Recording.
Hi, I'm Kelly Bowker. Welcome to my channel, Present Moment Magic. I'm out for a beautiful walk, and boy, it's different than the last time I took you people for a walk. Look how cold it is. A little bit of snow next to the road, not much, but it is a brisk day and it's beautiful out though. And I just thought I would bring you into the walk and share something that's been going on in my mind. I did a one-to-one this morning with a beautiful lady, and we talked, as often the guides do, brought up the idea and the concept of self-love. And this beautiful woman, who I really can't guess her age, but I bet she was, somewhere between 45 and 55. She just looked at me and she said, "Can you tell me literally like how to do that?" And I thought, my gosh, this beautiful woman who has so much love in her heart for the world and for others and does so much for others. And she doesn't know the first thing about loving herself. So I just, as I started my walk, I was talking with my guides and I said, what could I share with the community, my YouTube community, that would be a benefit? And they said, let's talk about that. Let's talk about self love, the how to, the really nuts and bolts of how to love yourself. And so they gave me a couple of examples that I'm going to share with you. One was something as simple as a typical supper that I might be creating for Michael. And I like noodles. Michael likes rice. And he don't hate noodles. I don't hate rice. Every other time, I make the decision to cook noodles. And even 6 months ago, I wouldn't have. It would be, I would, or I, if I had done it, I would feel guilty. I'd feel bad that I didn't make him his most special favorite thing, because I'm really good at loving Mike, but I'm not very practiced at loving Kelly. And isn't that a remarkable statement? Just that in itself is a remarkable statement. So we get to have our turn. We get to have our turn having it exactly the way we like it. And we get to do it guilt-free and from an energy of allowing, not from an energy, because there's a very big difference here with your arms crossed, crossed across your chest and your foot stomping. That's a whole different energy. You settle into the energy of it, the fairness of it, and the fact that you love you. You deserve to be cared for. You deserve to be put first. And so think of all the examples in your life of doing for others, going that extra mile that we go, that we were trained as young ones to go the extra mile for people. I'm not sure if this is slippery or not. Um, so let's think of an example of what that would mean between me or you and someone else going that extra mile. Oh, I'm going to let you sit with your back to the wall because I know that's the way that you like it. Well, if that's not the way I like it, then that's fine. But if it is the way I like it, I should get my turn. Not out of grump and not out of despisableness, just out of allowing, just allowing. What other ways do we put others first and go the extra mile for people? The thoughtful little gestures that we do. I'm not great at those, to be honest, for my friends, but I give in other ways. I think I give in emotional support, maybe. But I have friends that do wonderful little thoughtful gestures. Well, when's the last time you did a thoughtful gesture for yourself? Something like buying yourself some silly little thing, but with the energy of, I'm buying this for me because I love me. I want to show you, Kelly saying to Kelly, I want to show you how much I love you. So I'm going to buy you this little tiny candy bar. It doesn't have to be much. I'm going to buy you a bag of your favorite candies to go with your coffee. And when you eat those candies, I want you to be reminded that you are loved. You are loved unconditionally. That's the kind of thing we would do for someone else. And it's, why do we struggle so bad? And if we do for ourselves, why do we struggle with the guilt? The guilt that that it's so wrong, that we're being selfish. The guide shared with this lady this morning the most beautiful, beautiful download. And basically, to sum it up, they said, when you settle into the present moment and you are loving yourself unconditionally, you are loving the world. When you look outside of yourself and you do out of, dogmatic, nose down, got to do this because I'm a good Christian girl, or got to do this because I know it's making Jesus smile, but you're doing it from a place of clenched teeth and overwhelmed and overtired. Nobody's smiling around that. There's no angels dancing around that. They want us to be tended to in the present moment. They want us to be given to and loved and nurtured by the most important person that they see in this world, and that is you. You need to love you. You need to do the thoughtful things with an intentional mind. It's the difference between intentionally fixing yourself a lovely little lunch, even if it's a crust of friggin' bread. But when your intention is behind it, that I'm fixing this for you because I love you and I want this to nourish your body and bless you. And you set this in front of yourself and you say, bless your heart, sweetheart. I hope you enjoy your lunch. There is an energy to that that is so loving and so kind and so nurturing. And we all have to practice it. Me included, absolutely. Because we get busy and we put one foot in front of the other in our day, getting our chores done. Another great example, I'm 61 years old. I'm certainly not old, but I'm not a spring chicken anymore. And I get working around the house and I'll feel myself being tired. My legs might start to hurt or my feet will start to bother me. And it's like, I just got to get this one more thing done. The kind and loving thing is to have that voice in my head, which I do remember part of the time. And that voice says, honey, you are tired. You have done a lot this morning. I need you to sit down, have a cup of tea, and have a little rest. It'll all be right there waiting for you when you get up. You don't have to do it all at once. You're retired. You got all day. And it just is such a wonderful feeling of just reveling in that love. I hope I've given you folks some examples, and I hope that you feel the love that I have for all of you, which is the love of the all, the interconnectedness, that beautiful oneness. As a lot of you who are watching this right now know, my interview with Alex just went out online, and there's been all kinds of excitement and attention and stuff around that, and it's lovely. I wouldn't be human if I didn't say that I'm enjoying it. Of course I'm enjoying it, but it's not going to last. And my guides have said to me, yes, it's wonderful when you connect with people, Kelly, and that you share our messages. That is wonderful, and we love that. But when I spend a moment in time truly loving myself unconditionally, when I spend that time with me, it's just as important as when I'm doing my Tuesday group. It's just as important as when I'm doing one of these videos. I do these videos because it makes me happy. I'm a teacher to the marrow of my bones. I shared with the lady this morning that they're not saying they want us to sit still. Not saying they want us to, be in a cave on a mountaintop and do nothing besides meditate and om and tone and all that good stuff. There's nothing wrong with that either, if that's your calling. But that's not what they're telling us. They're saying that when you tend to the present moment and the you in that present moment, there is a rippling effect that even goes across dimensions and timelines and incarnations. They gave me a wonderful download recently, really in just the last probably 4 or 5 days. I was listening to a YouTube video, and it said something about past lives. And my Kelly mind said, geez, don't really know much about past lives. That's not been something that they've brought through. And I got the pixie dust. And they were like, what do you think it means when you are in your altered state and we reach across dimensions, timelines, incarnations, and realms? You are doing work in these other incarnations, in these other, I don't even know how to talk to it, to be honest, but we are literally reaching across dimensions and we are doing the work. When we shine our light, love onto ourselves, and I see in my mind when I say that, a moment in time when maybe I'm incarnated as the perpetrator in some awful circumstances, because all time is now, and I've lived many, many lives, as you have too. And when I, in this Kelly incarnation, sits in that energy of unconditional love for me, that it has the potential of affecting that version of me that might be getting ready to do a horrific deed. That I actually can, that the energy of my expanding my love into this world can affect those people that are in the war, can affect that quote unquote bad guy that's on the street getting ready to do an awful deed. We can. This is what Source Energy has shown me completely black and white, that it's a truth. I know it's hard for you, for all of us to wrap our mind around it, but it is a truth. And so when you are asking yourself, how do I, so many people come to me and ask about their life's purpose and what can I do to serve? You can serve you, and then everything else is going to fall into place. When your tank is filled with love, and you are God, dear ones, you are God. So when you shine the light of love onto yourself, you are shining the light of love onto everyone. And that is the purpose of your incarnation. That is what we came for, to remember that we are all one. And when I love me, I love you. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Join me on my Tuesdays. Go to my scheduling app and book in for a Tuesday. We're having a wonderful time. And it's been a great blessing. And I think I have over 50 signed up so far for this coming. I think it's going to be December 5th. So that's a blessing. I hope you're one of them. So have a great day. Love to you all.